Durag Wisdom here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Earth Date Y2K 20.04.16. 201 days until the presidential election. And remember, fake Senate impeachment trial, no vindication, no adjudication, no exoneration, and keep repeating that. Because they keep repeating lies. The last thing I want to see is people dying because they took the advice of traitor, psychopath Trump. Even those who support him, I give this warning. Here are some facts that I've been hearing. Sorry if there are repeats, but some things need to be repeated again and again and again, because the life of all of us hang in the balance. 1. We do not have a vaccine for CV-19. And it's going to take around 18 months, hopefully less. In the meantime, we are going to be living and dying with this virus well into the next presidential term. You are about to witness what you've only seen in the movies or on TV or in other countries. I suggest you take a deep breath and play it cool. 2. Remember Mayor Vaughn in the movie Jaws? I keep mentioning him, who wanted to open the beaches before they took care of the shark. If people don't understand anything, they should understand that you don't open anything until the disease is eradicated, or if you will, until the shark is out of the water. 3. The federal government under the cursed Trump administration was slow to act on this virus, calling it, quote, a Democrat hoax, because, Democrat instead of Democratic, trying to turn the word Democrat into a slur, just like totalitarian creeps. Be aware, ladies and gentlemen, that the gears of this anti-American people administration are still running, especially those designed to relieve us of our rights. Be aware of the cases coming up before the Kangaroo Supreme Court concerning abortion rights, LGBTQ rights, and voting rights. They are looking into whether or not we have a right to see the Trump taxes. GOP Trumpist governors and administrators are trying to take advantage of this pandemic by rolling back abortion rights. In Wisconsin, by the way, liberals won in Wisconsin. But in that state, the Trumpists are messing with our voting rights. In a time when the federal government is vital to our survival, Turd Trump is making it absent, underfunded, and apathetic. Under Trump, this administration and the way it has responded has torn a page out of the works of Franz Kafka, who taught that bureaucracies are designed to undermine human dignity and human aspirations. And remember that regarding this traitorous administration, remember, all roads lead to Putin. Everything that Trump does is designed to undermine everything that our country stands for, to divide, to conquer, and to murder us. In the Trump-Putin world, our federal government is there only for the rich and for the elite. In that world, there are no 50 states, just those who stand for our democratic republic and those that don't. A civil war. The religious extremist GOP wanted a country under their control. Read the book The Family. There's also a documentary of this on Netflix. Very frightening. Religious extremists want our country under their control. Allow Trump and McConnell to have another term, and our totalitarian nightmares will come to pass. 4. If a CV-19 vaccine appears in 18 months or less, we can return to normal with some caveats. And before we get the vaccine, there is not going to be any kind of opening of our businesses, our schools, and our lives until the following is in place. A. Massive nationwide testing. Testing! Testing! You hear that, moron Trump? You hear that, you turd? You hear that, you religious extremist totalitarian bastards? Testing! 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 As long as there's no testing, we are flying and sailing blind. Blind. B. Contact tracing. Contact tracing. Someone acquires CV-19, we have to have a way to trace where he or she got it. C. We need a steady, consistent, professional federal support and response. States should not have to bid over who receives supplies, tests, etc. States should especially not have to bid against anyone for their life-saving medical supplies, and especially they should not have to bid against the federal government for the items that they need. D. Protective gear for our medical workers and first responders. Guidance on social distancing and its infrastructure in our lives, such as school seating, restaurant seating and service, protective gear for teachers, sanitation, police and transit workers, firefighters. Again, the federal government should be coordinating everything with the states. But under this criminal administration, help is absent, but dangerous misinformation is ever present. Number 5. They call this disease novel because it is new. We do not yet understand everything about CV-19. Do you develop immunity after you get it? How do we determine how it affects each person? How do we protect our vulnerable, like the nursing homes? Will the disease go away during like the warm months and then come back with a vengeance during the return of the cold months? Will this virus mutate? When do we arrive at one page to protect our planet and all the species on it? A time when we no longer are messing with our fragile ecosystems. 6. We all have to take deep breaths and ready ourselves for this 18-month ordeal. Hopefully not more, and it will hopefully be less. Everyone will find a way to cope because what afflicts us can make us stronger in the end if we also and hopefully become wiser too. And if we really want to make it easier, we must vote 201 days from now against a Trumpist party bound and determined to decimate our entire country. I am sick of the lawlessness, the disrespect, and the lies. The handling of this crisis, like Trump did with Puerto Rico, is outright criminal negligence. This creep should be impeached again! Again! If you are sick of this Trump turd show too, make sure that you vote and that absolutely no one denies you that right. Once Trump and his party are out of power, we will come a long way in fighting this pandemic and perhaps have a leg up against future ones, because are we going to learn to behave?